Good morning. Well, as Pastor Brogan mentioned, my name is Adam Vargyas. I am the Director of Development for Sierra Service Project. We are based out of Sacramento. I left yesterday when it was 95 degrees, which is a cool 95 degrees. This time last year it was 113, so thank you, beach weather. I'm not going to be mad about that at all. Sierra Service Project, as Brogan mentioned, is a recipient of a grant from the Outreach Committee here at Vista. So the very first thing I have to say, now that you know who I am, is thank you. I'm always told I have to say thank you before I start asking for things, right? So there it is. There's your thank you. Thank you very much. SSP is celebrating our 50th year this summer. We were founded in 1975. 50 summers of service. This is our guiding principle. That is Reverend Tex Evans, who founded Appalachian Service Project on the East Coast in 1969. This is our credo, this is our gospel, this is the number one thing we always need to know. We accept people right where they are, just the way they are, no strings attached. It's a very powerful message it's a powerful message for everybody. It's a powerful message for youth and young people who are really at the heart of what we do. So this is our first decade. There's 4 more slides just like this, but I'm just gonna show you the beginnings, the roots here, since we are celebrating 50 years. There's Tex again in 1969, Appalachian Service Project. In 1975, so they were based in Kentucky. They still exist today. They have a big operation, something in the vein of like 13 or 15 sites, something like that, all over Kentucky and West Virginia and all kinds of other states I have not been to. They sponsored in 1975 satellite operations here in California and Alabama and Texas and North Dakota. So that's our first year of service is 1975. In 1976, we had Sierra Service Project's first official summer under that banner, Sierra Service Project. In 1979, incorporated as our own independent nonprofit. So this is just a quick snapshot of some of the work that we do today, all of this work funded by that generous grant, outreach grant from Vista. We still have our summer program. That is our bread and butter. In our height, we had about 2,000 volunteers, and that's in about 2010. We have been struggling with participation ever since global events that we don't need to talk about. We're adapting, we're growing our way back. It's been a challenge for a couple years, but we're still existence in large part thanks to generous folks like you. We don't exist without the people actually physically getting out there doing the work, so thank you. We are in 2 sites this summer, in Crescent City, right on the California-Oregon border, and then in National City. So we just decided we're just gonna go from one border to the other. For about 3 years now, we've hosted the Sacramento Sustainability Academy in Sacramento, which is our workforce development cohort for at-risk youth and young adults in Sacramento. So youth who have been justice involved or have food insecurity. We have city funding to provide them with skills to have that insight into the job market that they're not getting in the traditional systems. So it's a way of SSP doing our work in a very different way, but the heart is still the same. I talk to these youth who are in these workforce development cohorts, and they tell me, this is my family sitting at this table. It sounds exactly the same as the conversations that I've had with our summer volunteers. We host days of service in Sacramento. Very similar to the work that we do over the summer. We have, at any given time, we have 10 youth who are part of a council who shape our programs. So we want to make sure that we listen to those voices of our constituency. And then 3 years ago, we launched the North Sacramento Free Tool Library. It's exactly like a book library, but we loan tools. We saw, hey, we have all of these tools that are sitting around that are only getting used in the summer. We might as well put those to use in the community. So that's a new program also funded by grants like this. So to drill down a little bit more to look at some of the direct impact in this area, this summer of those 600 volunteers, we got 14 CalPAC youth groups that are sending 165 volunteers. That is almost a third of all of our participants. Many of them, and I just got this number this morning, we will be granting 35 scholarships from the funds from outreach. So I am not that much of a math person, but I think that means 5% of people who are attending SSP are attending thanks to the people in this room. I think that's what that means. You should give yourselves a hand at this point, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, we are serving in various communities throughout San Diego, South Bay. We are based in National City. but we'll have work in Imperial Beach, Chula Vista, and throughout National City. Really quickly, I just wanted faces in these slides, but there are significance to these faces. That top slide was from SSP 1982, and Jim McLaughlin is sitting in here, and he's also up there, 42 years ago, Jim McLaughlin. There's a snake story involved in that summer, and I'm not going to tell it nearly as well as Jim does, but find him after service if you want to hear the snake story. It's pretty interesting. We've got our most recent summer group from Vista in the middle picture in Chilcoin, that is overlooking Klamath Lake, and then the bottom picture is from that same group. Okay, I have to do this part. I'll be in trouble if I don't do this part. So if anybody from SSP asks, I showed you this slide. I'm not going to dwell. About 70% of all of SSP's operating income comes from grants, like the one that the congregation gave us, as well as individual donations. So, donors make our work possible. So there's some information here. We do all the old school ways of taking money. We take checks. Our work really, truly is not possible without those addresses. Okay, next slide. All right, I don't want to look at this one anymore. Next slide, next slide, next slide. I get self-conscious about that slide. Well, we're turning 50. You can't turn 50 without a big birthday party. So I hope everybody here who is more than 50 had a big birthday party for your 50th birthday. If not, I'm sure there's a milestone coming around. So have a party. You deserve it. So on October 25th, about 3 months from now, we will have a big dinner up in Sacramento, which I know would be a travel for all of you, but I just want to make sure everybody knows you are very, very invited to join us. There is more information on our website. We're going to hear stories from every decade of our existence, from the first couple of years all the way up to our most recent adventures. So I know I had a quick conversation with Pastor Brogan. I know this church is in kind of a transitional place. You're building your youth group back up. We would love to see Vista back at SSP. I really hope that happens. But in the meantime, I have to say it again. I said it at the beginning. I'll say it at the end. Thank you very much for your support.